with the election of the speaker. After the speaker is elected, whether if it is only one name that comes up, then if there is only one name that comes up, then we are going to have an acclamation of sorts. But if there is a counter name, then they are going to go into a voting process. Mr. Emmanuel Akwete is joining us now. So, sir, welcome to the Chamber of Parliament. You are not a stranger here.
You've witnessed several inaugurations of Parliament and other key celebrations within Parliament itself.
What makes today's inauguration different for you?
I'm not sure if this is the inauguration, but I guess the old Parliament is closed and the new one is going to be installed with a new speaker. So it's a momentous occasion. It happens either every 4 or 8 years, and it's a significant one. As we all know, the person who has been nominated by the majority party and their leaders is the current speaker, and it's not so common that they get into that. So it's historic and important to see how the traditions, are rolled out. Yes, peacefully, it's a peaceful change.
So tonight, what are you expecting?
Well, what I'm expecting is a calm house, respecting each other, and going through their procedures and processes leading to the installation of the new, old but new speaker. Yes, this is my expectation.
Were you at the inauguration of the 8th Parliament last 4 years? Okay, but you did witness it.
You can ask your question. But you recall that the 2020 elections gave us a hung parliament, and the margins were there, and that's why we saw the kind of intense conversations and so on. This is not a hung parliament. This is a majoritarian parliament, so you wouldn't expect that with a vast difference in the numbers, you're going to see 2020 or 2021 being replicated. There's no chance for that.
We now have a 2/3 majority in the 9th Parliament. Can you share your insights on the possible implications of this?
Well, as we see it, the majority really has a majority, but majoritarian rule is not always the best. So if they want quality, if they want the critical reviews that would enable them make good decisions in the national interest, and also be able to carry everybody, including the opposition in the minority, they'll have to listen to them. They will have to tap into what is best for the country, because here they are MPs. They are not necessarily here to represent party. They represent constituencies. So my expectations are high that it will be different from what we got from 2021 to 2024, and that we're going to have one where there's a majority, but it will also take the views of the minority into account to reflect the national interest.
Now, any advice for the now majority side of the House?
You mean the incoming majority? Well, they should themselves, they are here as members of Parliament. They are representing a nation and not necessarily their parties. So they need the whole of Ghana to lead and to make laws that fits everybody. I think they would always remember and should remember that they are here serving Ghana and not their party.
Can you now share your views on the speaker being retained as the speaker again?
Oh, I think it's not a common thing. The last time we had a speaker that could have been retained was under President Kufuor, 2012, and the attempt to retain Pitala Ajete, 2004, 2008, but it didn't work out. The MPP themselves, the NDC supported him and actually seconded his nomination, but his own party were not in favor of him, and so he could not get the second term. But this time around, I think the majority party will support the Speaker, who has shown exemplary. In fact, he's the oldest parliamentarian in Ghana today, and he has demonstrated his credentials and ability to hold things together in the national interest. His time of politics as a member of parliament who would play party politics and so on, I think is far behind him now. Now he thinks big. He's the third in command, or second probably if we take it as parliament. And he's aware of the the onerous responsibility he carries in holding the country and the nation together. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abu.
So you can see that the House is fully represented by divergent institutions in the country, from the clergy, from religious leaders, from think tanks, from the diplomatic corps. We have the members, we almost have a full house in the chamber, and you can see that the members are even crossing carpets to congratulate themselves. A lot of them are in white. If you are Ghanaian, you know that white is a sign of victory and a sign of good luck. And so on such a day, it's never surprising that you would see people in white. In your shots, so we have the press gallery. The press is fully represented. Both local and international media are fully represented. On this day, Ghana has indeed become a beacon when it comes to democracy, even though we've dropped over the years on the World Press Freedom Index. A lot of countries look up to the media in Ghana as we do our bit to ensure that democracy is further entrenched in the country. So, in your shot, we have members of parliament, members of the 9th Parliament, who are comfortably seated, awaiting the entry of the clerk's table, led by the acting clerk to Parliament, Ebenezer Ahoma-Jitro, who would be the official mouthpiece for the beginning of the ceremony until a speaker is elected. Now, another great thing that we are going to witness today will be the entry of the Chief Justice and Justices of the Superior Court, because after the election of the Speaker, it is the Chief Justice who would have to swear in the Speaker. And so after the Chief Justice swears in the Speaker, then the Speaker will go ahead to swear in the members of Parliament. Now, per Article 96 of the Constitution, there have to be 2 deputy speakers, and the 2 deputy speakers must not come from the same political party. Those 2 deputy speakers will be sworn in by the Speaker of Parliament, and so they would have to come from among members of Parliament. And so in effect, the Speaker, after he has been sworn in by the Chief Justice, Mrs. Gertrude Sabatokonu, the Speaker would also then swear in the members of Parliament, and then the members of Parliament would then give proposals for who should be the first Deputy Speaker and who should be the second Deputy Speaker. Just walking in also is the MP for Bole Bamboy, Sulemana. He's currently shaking hands with MP for Buem, Kofi Adams. Now, normally with Parliament, we have the members of Parliament having their name tags. We have the members of Parliament having their name tags in front of their desks. If viewers will recall, getting to the latter part of last year, the chamber was out of use for retrofitting to welcome this 9th Parliament. And so now that the desks are electronically operated, so the desks are electronically operated, and so we don't see the name tags now. But what we suspect is
All right, welcome back. Some few minutes to 11 p.m.
Parliament should be sitting anytime soon. We're seeing the chamber getting full,
the numbers increasing by the minute. Our correspondent, Augustus Akwe, interacting with the many
guests who are attending the dissolution of the 8th Parliament. We'll still be bringing you updates from the House as and when we get it, and when Parliament sits officially to begin that process of dissolution. We still have in Parliament, in the studio,
Clement Akolo, is the communications officer, Parliamentary Network Africa. He's been monitoring this Parliament. He's been covering this Parliament as a journalist, a broadcast journalist, for that matter. So we were talking about your own assessment of how this Parliament has been. You've been monitoring the situation. You want to conclude on that, your personal assessment?
Yeah. So as I was saying that this Parliament actually has brought a new dynamic to the way we've known parliaments to be in Ghana, for instance. And we think that this particular new dynamic is going to stay for a while, because it has also opened, let me use that word, opened the eyes of our political parties and leadership. If the results of the election is anything to go by, it shows that whatever you're doing in Parliament now, the people of Ghana are interested. So you will know how to work in Parliament to be able to put your best foot forward. Because whatever you do, you must learn to bring the other side to kind of build consensus or have collaboration in order to get your policies through Parliament. We know that when the government of the day has, let's say, an overwhelming majority like the NDC is going to have now, they tend to lord it over the minority, because whether the minority say anything or not, they are going to have their business through. But we also know that even though the minority would have their say, you, the majority, you have your way. What is happening is that if the minority is a bit vociferous, it will be putting a lot of issues out there, and the silent majority of the Ghanaians who are at home will be making their minds about you. So most of the time you realize that when a certain government comes and they get an overwhelming majority, by the time they come to the second term, it reduces drastically, it comes down. It was just the 8th Parliament that we realized that it went even further to about very close numbers. And this also tells us that it is possible in this country to have a minority government, that we can have a government that will have a minority in Parliament. And if we cannot deal with equal numbers, then how are we going to deal with a minority government, for instance? So that's why some of us, we say that it is a blessing in disguise, because it is coming at this time to remind all of us as a country that these are the permutations that we can have at it.
The floor of Parliament to Kodru Hona.
Sir John, we are no yabaya na ye didn't come on ye bisa wasem na enchimu amode emaye and say baby bia eye abatom pesua ya meka se apotwen aba ho ya manso ekoso ewo honom no enya de se wo mo ebeye ajomatum ekosi se entiase ebeye adwuma ma afanu no nyina obi ate ne ho ase na manso no akọ na wiye ansa na echi omo no aba de obedi mu nkunim no wabamra hye bedwafie ha ama omajomo atum enti abato mpesua bia asem wo ho anase meka se apotwen ekoso ewo ho no enya de se enipa ejina mu ewo ho no wo mo ebeba ha enanumre na yakasa ye gye omatum se emrahye bidwafo edikosi se bibia ebekọ akoto ma yehu baabi asusuan ede bonde ho no bekọ akoto ansana yetumi agye omo so atumi se emrahye bidwafo mo abeka wonum nuanom ama wonum edi dwumadie no.
Okay, but what else so ebeboy for education purpose the election of speaker. Process no said the city na okoye so what there about what there if you beto aba na you speaker there will be campaign we be din komo kakra speaker Gbagbe na djuma ye woman man 100% endorsement. I mean some common ekoso what is some common bibisa o.
Well, and also yedi hu komo kakra na Sir John enchemu a ebinom edema ye ene se owura Abansman na Kingsford Bagman ye achiame hene ewo emrahye bedwafi ha sei no ya ade a owo ho dada ena ono a ena mempani a wato aba ayi no owura John Dramani Mahama asen abonidi se onto aso enye n'adwuma enti ono ne de emeka se ebekwa akoye acclamation enti eno achi no na omahwe se yebenya the first deputy speaker and the second deputy speaker enti eno na yehwe animu se enwumre ombetumi ayesa eniema no ede aboa na yetumi enya the three speakers a omo ena ebe run the affairs of the house for the next 4 years edi animu
edi biaba for the first and the deputy speakers
ekobani say ya sabre ya meka say the main speaker no every the majority side of the house no womo emra ya ewo fie ha ekire se ewo se the second deputy no enso every the majority side nti omo no be present obi ya omo ebeto ne so aba na the third deputy no omo yi e the free the minority side na omo tumi e the sa position no e the ama no se wo hwe in the case of the assistant kakra ene se Owura Andrews Esiama ebenya the second deputy speaker no efri say na omoko abato no so no Owura Bagman ya na ono no ebeye main speaker of the house no na ono no efri the minority side ena eba enti eka ho bi ema ene no womo de the second deputy speaker no ede ma Owura Andrews Esiama ya no wo the majority side enti senke ko ba se Owura Aban Bagman wono eye speaker no na ofri the majority side and the second deputy no so be free the majority side and san omo the third speaker no e dey free the minority side but this time round no omonya speaker obi free the majority side enti no ombe yi the second deputy no so from the majority side then omo yi the second deputy speaker no from the minority side no ombe ye ho adwuma ena anwumre
na edini bi wo ho a menim de said ye kan what tibi no ma ye bo wondi se yenya asomasi a ye pe enya obenti a ye pe say ye hwemu a obi a owo experience in that position eye amoako asiama bia on be consider no from the minority side I don't know say what it did bia Andrews asiama ni di abamu in omunkomo bia omudia afawaso
Menti Bibia Sir John, with the exception of Ura Aban Bagbena, Mekase Omampeni, Enam Ura, Felix Pachu Fususo, Eddie release Barbotin and Rano. Menyanti Debia say, Ekobani say ya, the leadership of the side, and a take decision say, Yemfa Asumesi and Naso Benten, Enkujina for the election. Enti until say Omumubiano Bepa, Manaka Wasem no. Within them until say election no ebedru no maka say asumesi anaso benten and all representing amayato ne so aba na acquire the first or the second deputy of the house.
Enti sesi ayaka say no omo emma to the next parliament, which is the 9th parliament. Aso omo bi edaso ho wa hu bi no around na as at this time here enche na ye say ayaka say Dubako Abo and na ye cross it to 12 then na ye midnight
yes.
na iremu into the next day. You be inaugurate. But I mean, old MPs are all remu into the 9th Parliament. You know, what who will be more honman? Is here I can say that's all.
Sir John, omunyina ewa because as we speak, about 11-6 no, they are still members of Parliament.
Okay.
Constitution no emo mokwan until midnight. Entino omunyina ewa se walusu oko se obi winning over you ewa general election no no omunyina ewa omo ehwe ni mu se dumienu no ebebo. Enti omo a yebeso omo in no, they are also on standby because for now they are not members of Parliament. Yenso omo in. Enti the 8th Parliament no NSC omo ba sitting no ebehwe se bre no beso ma omo dissolve ansana omo so in the newly elected members of Parliament no ama omo atoa omo adwuma so. Enti se wedding kunim se ulusu primary se ulusu general elections no omo nyina ewo ha omo ehwe ni mu se omo beba be wi omo dwumadi etwa to kra ene dey ansana omo timi akọ ama yetumi age emrahye bidwafo foforo omo ba no atum.
Political party reps, as in minim sebia national executives from both sides, MPP and DC. Omo at the gallery won't be ho.
There be enya de se mehu any of the national executives ever chamber has say fi se ye baye and life aye nyina no say John men kan sure say ye chamber no mu e na ye wo ya ye di say dwumadi many enyentwa executives no e de ma both political parties ni bia so e wo ha menim ebia ebre no edasoa ewo ho ema omo sanse enya de se dumienu no abo ebia enkodu se dumienu no mo no ebi mo ebeba abeta akira a yentimi enka ho asem na emum no for now de enya de se omo abepie mu ewo ha yebeka se omo aba ha se omo beta amrahye bidwafo bi achi na emum no the various parliamentarians are omo winning elections are omo ba the 9th Parliament no omo na omo chitafo aye chamber hama who said the public gallery no omo na ahye homa ebeboa na omo de omo chitai ede abema omo mrahye bidwafo a yato aba ede ama omo
enti yebasa hu speaker the first deputy and the second deputy yebasa hu omo anadwi ansana ye dissolve the 8th Parliament yebehu
omo wa around omo nyina wa around say medikan ebo owura andusese ama ya wono eye the second deputy ede ema Parliament no say owahana or exchange pleasantries ewaha sisia na ne colleague members of Parliament enipa aka mani nyantwa ne so na me sure say obeba ena anwumre eyowura Joseph Osewusu wono enana eye first deputy ewo efie ha sei na enida kwan say ono nso beba but sisia ye kese chamber ha de eyade say owura andusese ma ye the second deputy speaker no owo ha aka the first deputy speaker no ena me hu no ewo ha enti emrahye bidwafo ne de omo constituted the 8th Parliament no anwumre omu nyina ewo ha ya omo hwe se dumienu no bebo ansana ya dissolve no legally ya dissolve the 8th Parliament no ama ya constituted the 9th Parliament no ama efrichina eko no omo ahye omo adwuma ase
but me kwame wo born tofa betwa dem say omo mo share live ewo on TV live omo be who pictures and videos e free hoba sounds from omo share live on your Facebook page and so no enso be but omo muti radio no wo born tofa na watch am for ninu de ama won say de Parliament city no pay and anadwi ye share no musi be remu into the midnight ubetwa mfoni ne say de atere na ye mfa wosi be sa ba ho bi but in the meantime you do be we have but mfoni abetime twa de twa to e de amaye
Sir John de meka ne say efe de yehu ewo ha anwumre no eyade a efe because it tells you say said the Ghana yede hwa ye ho say we are the beacon of democracy in Africa no enya ade say yede ya no na eka ne sa kwa esan say ukọ baabi a said the Yetimu say, and I should be before ya omuni amanyoko baako omutumi bɔ atwɛdeɛ ebi tam akonnwa no ɔde abɔ ne nua ne ade no ene ubepie mu ɛwɔ hanom a otumi sɛ Ghana yɛ democracy no ɛkɔ n'anim a mɛka sɛ deɛ ɔmo yɛ no ɛfɛ sanse the majority side and the minority side ne nyinaa no they are very good friends a wohwɛ sɛ deɛ ɔmo kyeakyea ɔmo ho ɛhage ɔmo ho ɛnkyɛ pii ɛna mehu sɛ owura Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak wɔne ɛdɔm kuma no afa ɛma ne bi sesei the current minority no ɔkɔɔyɛ na ɔmo yɛ nipa bɛyɛ sɛ ɛnwɔtwe ɔmo nyinaa gyina hɔ a ɔmo twa picture fɛfɛɛfɛ yɛ a ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔmo dɔ ɔmo ho yɛ ɔmo yɛ anuafo a ɔmo ɛyɛ adwuma ɛbɔ mu enti ɛkyerɛ the beauty of democracy a yɛ practice ɛwɔ Ghana ha sei ɛnɛ anwummerɛ yi sɛ wohwɛ a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa ɛsiane sɛ ɔmo gyina ɔmo nan so a ɔmo ɛgye nkyia obiara ɛkyia ne yɔnko yɛ a ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔmo nyinaa yɛ nipa korɔ yɛ a ɛmfa ho ne amanyɔkuo a ofiri edu sɛ ɔmo yɛ debate a fine ɔmo nyinaa no obiara betumi anya different opinion but ɛba sɛ ɔmo ehyia sei a wotumi ho sɛ ɔdɔ sonko ɛwɔ ɔmo ntɛm a deɛ ɔwɔ minority ehu majority ni a ɔkyia no ɛma ɔmo di nkɔmɔ fɛfɛɛfɛ yɛ a kyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa ɛwɔ ha nti sɛ metwa mfoni kakra a mɛka sɛ the beauty of democracy no ɛyɛ ade a ɛkɔ so yie papaapa sesi a sɛ wohwɛ wafidie no so a wobɛhu sɛ honorable sosu sesi ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ ɔne the second deputy speaker a mebɔ ne di owura Andrew Sesiama wɔn ɛna ɛda wafidie no so a ɔmo kyia no and both MP belongs to different political party owura sosu ɛwɔ NDC ɛna owura Andrew Sesiama ɛwɔ NPP but ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ atamfo ɔmo nyinaa akyia fɛfɛɛfɛ a ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ adɔfoɔ yɛ a ɔmo yɛ ɔmo adwuma ɛwɔ hanom na ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ Ghana ɛna ɔmo so
na yɛbɛtumi anya obi ne yɛbɛtumi ne ɔbɔn no mo aba at the public gallery hall ɔmo expectations menim sɛ wobɛtumi anya obi ma yɛne na di nkɔmmɔ a
sɛ dwan wada roma brabie mante wasɛm
na mebusa sɛ yɛbɛtumi ne wɔn a wɔn aba at the gallery ɔmo bɛhwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so Parliament ebi ma di nkɔmmɔ yɛhwɛ ɔmo expectations. And after the 8th Parliament, the 9th Parliament, and the no more sharing say 9th Parliament had been my end.
Yes, you bet to me any binom any wedding commerce and say Oba Hanom Cecia enipa ahodo pi and omoye echitafo a omabe piemu ewo hama men try say ye benya bina ye ne omo atwetwe enkomo ewo onua TV so enti ma mentwem men ebinom na menhwe Mamene openi entry come. Openi radio ma memo adro emra Unia TV so.
I don't understand you.
Good evening and welcome to Unia TV.
Good evening.
Your name and where you coming from and why you are here?
I'm Yegazia Mustafa from Upper West Region.
Okay. What are you here for? Are you here to support your member of parliament elect or you just came here to observe the parliamentary proceedings?
I came here to observe the parliamentary proceedings and also to witness the swearing in of the Right Honorable Speaker. His name has been emerged, and we are hoping to see him appointed as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic.
So you came to witness the proceedings. You didn't come here purposely for any member of parliament elect?
No, please. But I also have my MP here.
Who is your MP?
Tony Suma.
Okay. Is he a first time MP?
No, he's the second time MP. Yes, please.
For which constituency?
Nadoli Kaleo constituency. Nadoli Kaleo constituency. Under the Upper West, in the Upper West region.
Succeeded Honorable Bagwin?
Yes, he succeeded Honorable Bagwin.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. As a John, I mentioned many of the first one to train Comona, Yanshe, or also the Edeno Ebaha. Opening my Joe, Memajuma, Wakababunia TV.
Good evening.
You two, you don't speak Tree. Your name and where you come from?
Fali Signa from the Upper West region.
So, what are you also here for?
I'm here to witness the swearing in of the Right Honorable Speaker and my able MP, Honorable Anthony Sumang Menkara.
Okay. So you two, you didn't come purposely for maybe you were buzzed by something?
No.
You came by yourself?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Sir, can we have a word with you on your TV?
Okay.
Please, your name and where you came from.
My name is Fidelis Zumakwe. I'm coming from Upper West, the Femembuse constituency.
So you are also here to witness the swearing in and to observe the proceedings, or you came?
I came in first of all to see the swearing in of the election, and of course swearing in of Honorable Speaker of Parliament, and also my MP, Honorable Sandare, for their swearing in. That is the purpose for which I came here.
Okay, Dr. Sandare is your MP. This is his second term.
This is third term.
The third term. So have you been coming every year, or this is the year that you decided to come and witness his swearing in?
Oh, this is about the second time I've come around for swearing in. I came here some time back when he was in his first term, and this is the second time I've come. And in fact, more particularly to also witness the Speaker of Parliament being given the position again to serve for the next 4 years.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your time. Sir John said the gender balance. No, my money being so enkasa.
Okay.
Seminya obaba kokra na mana nkase mayi omumu.
And tell my
what the year he said you're can be a betty. Sir John, any the aqua obana me man opportunity no one say my phone is me any yakasa. My young friends here na every permanent yes amra na ye ne yakra form okay wo me TV so ensign and shed the airport so e wo emra she be fear.
All right. Kwame yeda sepa, thank you very much. Yebesa ba hobi. Kwame asante no much.
But as I said,
Kwame ko. Enti for ene enia Kwame Asante from Parliament House. Set pictures are who we over describe it the course saying. But the say I mean beautiful. Or how yes. Or more chechia obu ho the last time I obu hu ye ho ewo me ko ya unya bibia maneme.
The person camera capture a John Dumelo or Hage.
Okay, omo say omo okay omo ebi mo ba ebi ma remu omo ba cheche.
Na me hwe se ne level ne feeling city you know.
What ya hwan?
Man Lydia. John Dumelo or Hage man Lydia so.
Can you bad?
What you say?
Can you bad? Say o the oba be yi no.
The what two ya. What John some pain.
Okay, I see, but bad. They say we share minua
Kwame
Asante ne nkoma no mudia.
I see nkatia ba ho.
I see nkatia bedru.
Yeah, odem ho.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Em na me busa se wa baby afi no mawrem. Ko mbusa Kwame ewo. Me kai the last, that is the 8th Parliament, yeah, because of Speaker election. I'm telling you, Sabrina Umunyina Babidru. Now you promo members, you promo in line. Ubi I wild, I will say, or meeting me, but I mean, this time, Emudaho, ya Macranwa, we are good to go. Ya Macrana, Emudaho, therefore, that is the Oshe, CCA Facebook page, Oshe, Ewo. Onua TV so sanso na wutie yen ewo Onua FM we election command center guso ayede that transition a be hu no ene koka ochana no pa the 8th parliament ye hwese ye be dissolve the 8th parliament na fe the 9th parliament so ye inaugurate e say ade wo hwe ni Johnson Asidu Nketia na wo hwe no general no yeah, the national chairman for the NDC and I will share this CA. Yes. One more masala in Ashanti region MPs. I Kumawu mention of offense so
all the things are for the team.
Netiwe Techiman South Elsuni anti na wo hwese sie ewo TV no so live no Evia
Parliament ayefe te say de na wo ka no wo sha say entiase aye adwuma do omunya started the normal proceedings that we all know no but wo sha from afar what TV so whoever will fear or monitor this noble videos ne pictures from Onuya TV ne Facebook no who say and the parliament be ye fe e ho be ye de a house so be ye nika na sa drama na last 4 years ye experience here this time obi the kind e twam kabia what am I say enti ye expect say the ye nyina ye hwe say be ye boko no e be koso pepepe and say your friend saying wadam for you say John to wadam for say I see a dunketia. Unso no.
Kojo pon kroma.
Kojo bra kojo. One senior mine.
Jinapo. Mu nyina.
And then no be up to Dominic.
Away need to okay.
No jina chain. On a kojo pon. And then one governance expert needing komo. Or say onu nyaya enka Afenyo markings. In fact, I think that all contributed to West Nambusa and he said, apart from Afenyo, Kahwana obey leader the man minority and Kaye and obo Kwajudi. But I was surprised. The Kwajo Ponkroma. Sanko can be a Patrick Boa Mane or more Maka and I said this guy. They know in fact that's what in some adwaji or no nenu so washe because that position we yamfa gentility nko ho what I say that kojo pon is also no crash sem no on person be ne hufin but at this point he will be waiting and hufin kakra you know into no opt for say or no buy and kenya bad and obi
aba on choice but ni nyina ko wie party no ne leadership. Some better yes, some who dey be we make team catch us say the minority leadership no MPs ni bi ebonyo so kra MPs ni bi bonyo so kra
omo leader no
ai a free leader eba be see the whip the third and will be in it omo bonyo so first and the second waves ni na omo amanfo ebonyo in fact like I say omo wieye decision omo wieye na member of parliament de ma asokore efiase otro nsempa nyasem ketwa
every year
ai say ohunu say party no kra no omaton party no de amankrofo bi nka ade nka koyeye nkomunim say Ashanti region na the seats edoso ntinka anya hwe kra no nka positions bi wo hono mo a I was nkomo consider enye deputy minority leader and nka fata wo mo at least ka also munya more appointment ewo leadership but all the same and nyina no nti
all right Sir John ebeda asinti kwekwan yenko ye catch ye tiefo ne ahwefo se odogbu enche obeka ye santi mekojo baba honey good evening.
What did I say?
Boko, now swear.
I mean,
oh,
David.
No, I want to be serving you guys.
Don't serve me. I mean, you've done so well, and I think that it's properly done.
Could you let me serve you?
I am just okay.
I want to worship you tonight.
I know what to mean. Some special fee.
Well, so on the screens we see pictures from what's happening in Parliament. We see that the place is almost full. If not full, actually, I've seen a number of people in the House. We've seen the NDC chairman, Mr. Johnson Esiedu Ketia, in the House. He was trying to exchange pleasantries with some members on the floor. And about those 4 constituencies which are in contention, I've seen Mr. Patrick Buama, who is the MP-elect for the Okai-Kwe Central constituency. He is in the House. our reporters tell me that they've also seen Charles Forson, the MP-elect for Tema Central, in the House. It means that they have been given the leeway to get sworn in, but we await what the Speaker does today after his election, because we know that he has mentioned that he is going to ensure that those who are properly declared are the ones who are sworn into office this night. And so we wait to see what happens in the House. It means that those who were declared after the EC recollated the results are the ones who have been gazetted to be sworn in. This is despite the NDC raising concerns, taking the issue to court and filing an appeal, and also saying that they had served the clerk to Parliament and the lawyers of the EC a stay of execution of the High Court orders for the EC to recollate the results in three of these constituencies. We know that Ablekuma North has not been collated. I mean, the collation has not been completed, and so that constituency would not have their MP sworn in tonight. We are not sure what is happening, what has happened now, but from the last time we checked, Okaikwe North may not have their MP sworn.
PM Ana Achamehene Emagana Mrashebedrum. Already the first ever Speaker of Parliament, Yantona Swaba. Also, Yantona Swaba. If you said 1992, Yeto Abanuye, you know, MP before Anchor Parliament. MP before Anchor Parliament. It's Justice D.F. Annan. Oko, Yaboni Dean say on Enkoye Speaker of Parliament, you know. Oko do you know? Na cause they NDC phone kwa na ewohwa SSR womu ebo mode no moto abadamano Justice D.F. Annan say mpanifo kakra etie ye no bekaya yeto abane November 1992 no 26th December Ena omampani dada Rollins Eko kawo Christ the King say D.F. Annan be speaker that uncommunicating officially to anybody. Oh, didn't come over now. Come on, okay, would ya boom a bam. Say D.F. be speaker. It was somebody else. Ena on my D.F. T answer officially. Communication no eba abonte. Justice D.F. Annan anyhow and a rolling susuni ho, but then cry second is at a point not on pesobe. Because also a very fine, refined judge. Or shall say Oko headed parliamentar. There is no opposition. And Kasa so fine. Na Sam Ready Muno or the Kotwa so the Koye ya. Actually, the Santo Aba 1996 no. Yinya MPP for co-parliamentar. Justice D.F. Annan. And so ne Speaker Odikanya Amembo Bakum Odin Fion na as Speaker. Iti started here from 1993 to 2001, 7th January. And Odiwie Nejuma. Then His Excellency John Ajekum Kufuor took over from Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlins. And I remember very well, MPP Penny Fuankasa, Crime de la Crime no, na party no, and winning second round no, every year no. Na SSL Wusim Kunya, Asimesi Bekwaha. And it was J.H. Mensah who proposed that Peter Alajete should be the Speaker for Parliament. And at that gathering, Peter was sitting right there. Harun Eseku was there. Darocha was there. Papa Yesamina wo Kumasi Apino. Apia and a few others, the Jacob Echebilamtes and all the others were there, and they settled on it that Papano Mekwakoye Speaker of Parliament. Sana Shepa, the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, and also one of them was Mewu and also came up, said, MPP decided that one man will be uncontested because of CPP, Ewelembele constituency. So what's Mewu should go like MPP Nibi Eniho. Because MPP filled their candidate 2000, and CPP filled their candidate, and NDC candidate no what. NDC didn't be familiar or and when you see to know. So the MPP and the CPP came to a compromise, say, for candidate to be anchor. So automatically, Freddie Blay, the first time in Parliament, he became a first Deputy Speaker of Parliament. Usha time, there were a lot of scandals about him. Number one, a car not him not say umpe, and there was a confrontation between him and Jay Kufo. There was a heated argument at cabinet about his car. You know, he was offered a Mercedes-Benz. He was also looking for a BMW 5 Series. Full option. And it was a big deal. And it took the Papa, Ubusuan Commerce, the J.H. Minsens, J.H. Usua Chow, one of the NDC MPs from the Volta Regiment, Abuni Dimpa, Honorable Clensu, and a few others that came in and said that, Kewu, I think we're doing it. It's not about the car you want to sit in. It's not about Natadia na Oshena Kurano. He rejected, Peter Lajete rejected. Sagon Tintina. Also, on the move or so. Yeah, but I could be on the man no, or rejected. And they had to bring Pam from London before he accepted it and wore that. It's a kind of formation for a very long time. No, Kobia no Washen is to Konon Saturday until the new one came, and then the party, you know, at a point, let's say Kufo Yin and Kosasano. But now for political expediency, the greater Accra factor, Peter Lajete is a guy. When you take him out, now Oshana Jacob Echebilamte, a chief of staff, and then you have another guy who is a friend saying Speaker of Parliament, and then you had Sheikh Isikwe Almighty, who also became the Greater Accra Regional Minister. Koyo say only the Insua Alaju Nzunu Afani certificate ne ade nyina and also edeko. So yeah, 2004 election, it was automatic. Say Peter Lajete will not return to Parliament, Sir Obeye Speaker of Parliament. And then Right Honorable Ebenezer Bejina Sechi Hughes, Johnny Hughes, distance cousin, Imuwa Kakrade, ene kufoso de ononso ebaye. Bejina Sechi Hughes the dean. Or that dean to say DFAnan so that DFAnan ye koko or that dean Sechi Hughes that dean. But Uriye Yena Obekono and also caused the biggest political blunder that time in the Fourth Republic. Maybe I not say as speaker no. Okono of a best seat who in our society. Of antre. Ewo of a society be Adam said every brother Makwa in Yaudia. Over 20 jar that fako, but that time no so na I say I had the Ohobi Dadanti na Okwaje Akohe. In any case, on one adaso. Wadaso Nkunyano Watinem cutlery on one a fork and knife didi. Into Usakra se Okwaje a. Mekaisa near maybe na that time state protocol for no monte assessor the beko and chance na no maduane no. Say no matter new ones, mini and they will can near Okran Canada and Jahone. I mean, there were a lot of things. Social media, very vibrant here. Kapapani shows a bit more the public view. It was a big deal. It was a serious deal that time. And then, you know, NDC led by Professor John Evans Fifiari Mills, ebe winning elections. And then, also Efa Oba, Joyce Bamford Ado.
And that crowd, omo inaugurate museum, no, commission museum. Me who know.
And also there's one thing about her. Who be so beyond in a year, Jumada, teaching the drivers and then the security team now. So when Joyce Bamford Ado, e could do fee. Now we are the security, we are the driver, no one did or no one did. So when you two quine, more can one money be two quine. So mutim ni no beyond the dim ya. Joyce Bamford Ado own did. She will make sure everybody Edidi, are you okay? Before answer. It's not my friend of mommy. If you don't friend of man. Now, if you don't grant me, I remember one of the MPs who friend of man on the floor of the house. I've forgotten the name. Oh. Don't you be MPs in the back. Or referred to her as Ma. And the entire house, S3, fine. She came in cool and left cool. I said, to me, Amma Neho. And then Professor Mills defeat mu ya John Dramani Mahama ebiso afna edikan musa yesa Ghana mampani o maintain mame Joyce Bamford Ado as speaker kosi say to abani wie no and then mame nankasa e call John Hoko ka kire ne say mabre and according to story nanka John nyaya as a mother no ko onto aso but mame nankasa ka kire ne say wabre say funny pafofro and then became the very first time that we've had Obia Waye MP our fourth republic in Mua Udikai obey speaker honorable Do Ajaho Edward Do Ajaho Kano Aveno Ave MP now ono ebeye the speaker of parliament. He had about 7 confrontations with the MPP MPs. I mean, some of them, well, I think 3 of them were a bit harsh, and but he also managed and sailed through. That time now, Mahama Winnie, you know, and if you watched carefully, saying yes, na unya do Ajaho to become speaker, na votarians nega. So we share positions now. Chomama chair na the votarians were actually neglected, apart from said speaker. By a lot of NDC communicators tried that time to defend it, but I'm sure it also contributed to the fact that 2016 votarians na anto abani bibli ama eye NDC, and then another Danko Akufo-Addo wins the 2016 elections. So, as usual, the first ever hung parliament, you needed an experienced person to be Speaker of Parliament. And that time, you know, it is the very first time Abai Fufra Oba
2016 hang parliament.
2017, say 2 years, you know.
That is
2017.
Hang parliament.
No, sorry.
Yeah. Hang parliament.
Sorry.
No, 2016.
Yeah. 2016 was not hang.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the Almighty real one, and then it went straight, and then Professor Mike Aaron Okwe became the speaker. Edu baby no wabre. Etoda omuso mbeko so mko hwe nkwa so ba betnas no. Na akwakura odwo no ho kakra. Ulman abre. No wabre sa no wabre. Na ye beto 2020 elections no wie no. O say answer no mbeto omo abare be speaker no. Na eye omo brochure na omo aye no. No the new speaker of parliament. But na nyon necessarily if you say let's abide negotiating, and as I said, it's the very first time in our parliamentary democracy abaya otia konwa so wa win second term upper minority achew say you agree on something anya sadia o mebwetia and
I said didn't get yamba or money.
That's right. Back bin the nominee back bin. I said didn't get yamba or tema MP Carlos Ahenkura or tam ballot papers, bear tray shen and already said chingum, or you can know Musso to Kokumi at China to cram, and the moon takanum.
I do a good for any answer.
Sir, it was, and yeah, the other one about the Trimu. It was planned.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Bagbin sailed through to become the Speaker of Parliament. Now, Bagbin, the longest serving member of Parliament in the whole of Africa. Obi any wo Africa mrashebedwum what's name mrashebedwum from 1992 basically.
What about Cletus Avoka?
Cletus Avoka say
ono waba okoy.
Cletus amba 1992. Cletus by 1996.
Okay.
Cletus Avoka by 1996. One honorable say Chairman Sabu Sudum ena ebaye and then Tema MP honorable Abraham Osei Edunum. Yeah, one more contemporaries, no one more about Parliament. Says a Cletus or that.
Yeah, I think
we don't Okoy.
I said Okoy.
Yeah.
And he onya continuous stay.
No.
But back from 1992, basing ne on fee Parliament. He won 1992, 1996, 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012. 2016, and then he became the speaker in 2021. And one could be ma on one so nipa openo, and then they call the constituency. They say, "Hey, want to about my way, mommy." Then nipa so the second term or the bar a year parliament in it's a Bagbin. He's seen it all. Our parliament. First thing they say, oh yeah, Mrashebedweni from 1992, 1996. 2000, obey a minority leader. And then Professor Mills's time, obey a majority leader. It's all the positions are a wofia ho ina no wedibi. And I feel abedi speaker. And I also abedi speaker. So back when I started making history, so the first ever speaker. Why yeah? I was two political parties in MPP speaker. NDC speaker.
Why leader so?
Why leader so? As majority leader and minority leader. Eti back in history no anoshe.
Okay, and so Alaji Collins Dawda so by I think 92, right?
Alaji Collins Dawda by 1996.
Alaji Collins Dawda.
Collins Dawda by 96.
Okay.
Say 92 for no menye so so bi ho.
I think there should be some.
I'm not too sure, but MPs na by 1992 no. Me who be because NDC side in there's nobody who came to Parliament in 1993.
Yes, Collins Dawda joined Parliament in 1992, 1993.
Collins Dawda?
Yes, Alaji Collins Dawda. 1993. Alaji Collins Dawda joined in 1993.
Now Collins Dawda won't say.
Who said no? As no, 1957, right? That was, I think, 13 February 1957. Yes.
Collins?
Yes, Collins.
So, 1992?
1993, no Parliament.
It is on the back when they penny for you.
It's 1990, also, Ofrimu Bako, 1993, acquired to 2001. And Ofri Parliament, on the two, no Sasso Baby.
So, on to be no longer serving?
Yes, but yes.
Yes.
Become expensive, but if you are able to do it this way and you cause it to go down, we will create a lot of jobs. We'll have
yes, and Okoya from 1996 through to this time.
Technically 28 years.
One Kubium, and then Bagbin started from 1992.
Yes.
Of Parliament up to 2028.
36 years.
36 solid years in Parliament. Haruna came around 2000. Haruna is what we invested in chair.
Yeah, sure.
So it was around 2000, and then Haruna, and so about Parliament. Don't forget, Haruna, the MPP wanted to court him. Haruna, Omani Buama, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. These are the guys, the MPP were actually watching them from afar to grab them. But unfortunately, Sami coming from the Volta regime and then having his big uncle, lawyer Okujeto, for the MPP, I don't know what actually happened, but it was prudent for him to have joined the National Democratic Congress. And he became a minister, deputy minister, and then bam, 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 where he is today. Omani Buama, same. Haruna, same. And then a few others had a split. Some of them went to the NPP, and then Womonso. It is a party, and I say, as a bagman, when you need to win out of you.
Sure.
There's a Nigerian MP, Ulusu here this time. Now, with the year 28 years. But unfortunately,
okay.
On your side of honor, on your state to a side of honor. But and yeah, they
are. Akoma for journey. Sinti omuti enso asante mantemuti akoma 8.
That's right. It's Akoma for now. Yeah, mamu. Yeah, mama Joe. So that's it. Yeah. Yes, and you share preparations of the various people. I speaker now. We start with the Fadan. I mean, the night before the swearing in, when he had his long white kaftan, his very long white kaftan. That very time, his Nipa no muye Juma one office as a judge. They are the same people that followed him through to Parliament, and then they were given some 1 or 2 positions to hold because as a judge, he needed people he can trust to work with. And as usual, all the speakers will be a qua or the Nipa Bakwana, you know, and Sabi Komo one office, and then the DFN on the one no year Juma Dadano, one or the one koi, and on in 1992. From Rollins' time, I think there were 4 by-elections. 2 MPs died, and then 1 person also vacated his position, and then another person also, for best reasons known to himself, also Intimi and Kobiuma, and Yedi Abisi, and Intino. Enche, you call if you are not no proceedings necessarily at no. Pacho say, say almost in we prepare so that we can go have some little rest and come back tomorrow morning at 6, and then we'll continue. Bonaya, near Sambuya Ketim, near Independence Square. Now, you swearing in now, Chesafina. Leapo, no Kuada no Panso, ya Benjuma, Yawana no pa, ya Benjuma, if you no pa, ya Benjuma.
This MPC has been contested.
I don't think we're going to see any drama, and I don't expect any drama because if we should follow the rules, before you are given access to the Parliament, you need to be gazetted. If you are gazetted, you will have the opportunity to be part of those who are going to be sworn in. And must tell you, I've been to Parliament. I was even from that place before I came here. The security is tight. When the House was prorogued, I saw a lot of security people came in, the bomb detectors and all those things, and some dogs, sniffer dogs and all those things were taken round. They ensured that the right security measures are put in place. So if you don't belong there, you don't come there. Because they are trying as much as possible to avoid all those things that happened during the last 4 years. So I don't expect any drama to play out. If you are not part of the people who are supposed to be there, I'm not sure that you will be allowed to come in there to cause any problem in the first place.
I see Morris is ready with something on the board. Morris.
All right, so as I said, the NDC won some more seats in the Ashanti region. So this is the Adanse Krofum constituency, Joseph Azuma. He's a new entrant, a very young guy there in Ashanti region, in that Adanse Krofum constituency in Ashanti region. He'll be representing that particular constituency. So that's one. We have Adanse Asokwa constituency in Ashanti region, Godwin Animli Jogbaji.
Wow. So yeah, there's something interesting happening in Parliament.
Right.
So from what I'm gathering from our correspondents, in those 3 constituencies, that's Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, and then Tichiman South. I'm told that the members who are already in the House have been served, and they've been followed and served with that injunction in Parliament. So we are not sure what is going to happen at this point.
They've made it into the chamber already.
They've made it into the chamber, but they've been followed out. So at this point, they are sort of out of the chamber because they've been served with that injunction in Parliament.
But Clement, I thought that once they registered, it means that those were the names that the EC presented to them, gazetted names. And so, I mean, once they are in the chamber, then it should be an election petition.
They've not been sworn in yet.
Okay.
So,
and we'll get some more updates from our correspondents on the ground.
So I should believe that once they've made it there, once they've registered, then it means that they've been gazetted. And if they've been gazetted, then it means that it will have to become an election petition issue. But yes, so at the same time, there could be an injunction on the swearing in of the person.
Okay, so if they are not sworn in.
Yes, so I think that they are trying to prevent the swearing in of the people, even though they are going to do an election petition, but maybe trying to prevent them from being sworn in. And once the court processes have been followed through, then it means that the right thing would have to be done.
And if you look at how Parliament is trying to ensure there is no security breach, they will make sure that once you've been served that notice, then you want to peacefully exit so that there's no chaos. There's no chaos in Parliament.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And even that, now that you have mentioned it, I'm hoping that it will not become the point or the rallying point for disagreements in the House. Because once they've been allowed to come in before they are being given the marching orders out, that could easily become a rallying point for something untoward. I would rather they didn't come in at all so that nobody knows what is going on. But now that they've been, but all the same, the right thing must be done.
I think our producers should try and raise Augustus Akwe, Rachel Korte. Let's see exactly what the situation is like in Parliament and whether that's going to mar in any way the beauty of the ceremony. So that's the Adanse Asokwa constituency in Ashanti region. We have...
That's where Katie Amond...
That's where he lost.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Katie Amond's constituency.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know why you are giggling.
Why? I think he's an interesting character.
Yes.
Katie Amond. He's really an interesting character. Some of the comments he makes, and
yeah. I think at a point in time he took Parliament a bit too casual. He took it a little too casual. And I think they affected him.
That's the constituency. He feels that, I mean, it's sort of his baby. He's won it several times. There was no way he was going to lose. I remember there was this, I think during the primaries, when he won, there's the kind of jubilation I saw him have with members and some young men in his constituency. I was like, but well, that's it.
And when he came to the floor, he also still played that casual preparedness when it came to the floor. Because but Parliament is supposed to be a serious place. Sometimes, yes, they have their moments of relaxation, but when it becomes an almost everyday affair with a particular person trying to make light, even hard situations, make it light, it doesn't go well all the time.
Okay, so this is still in Ashanti region, the Efija Kwabre North constituency, Collins Adomako Mensah, he has been retained. The Efija Kwabre South constituency, we have Damata Ama Salam. She's also a new entrant, a relatively young woman coming to Parliament for the first time. We have Echima Mwabeja South constituency, Shirley Che. She's also a new entrant, fairly young as well, representing that constituency. We have the Efija Setre East constituency, Mavis Nkansa Bwedu. She's been retained in the Ashanti region. We have Ahafano North, Eric Nana Ajiman Prempe. He's a new entrant coming into Parliament. And then we have the Ahafano South East constituency, Yakubu Mohammed. He's also a new entrant who will be representing that constituency. We have the Ahafano South West, Osei Mensah Dapa Elvis. He's also a new entrant.
Looks very
young people.
Parliament should be looking very interesting.
Maybe young in face, so we would like to see their ages.
And then we have the Asante Akim Central constituency, Kwame Enyimedu Enchi. He has been retained. And then we have the...
He's a solid guy as well. That is a Kwame
Enyimedu Enchi.
Yeah, solid.
All right. We have an independent candidate. We have about four independent candidates in Ashanti region. Ohene Kwame Frimpong is a new entrant going to Parliament. Is it coming from the NDC stock?
From what I gather, most of those in the Ashanti region are from the
MPP.
Okay. So we have Asante Akem South, Kweku Asante Boateng. He's been retained. Then
the man himself,
Almighty Muntaka Mubarak, Asawase constituency, retaining his seat there. And then we have the deputy majority leader, or now soon to be minority leader, Asokwa constituency, Patricia PJ. She's also been retained. What would be your rating or your assessment of her performance as deputy majority speaker?
When it comes to the women in Parliament, sometimes we think that it leaves much to be desired. We feel that they could do more, but you can pardon Patricia, because she's not exactly a young woman, but with a short, momentarily time that she had as the deputy majority leader, she tried to play that woman, that motherly role. So you even heard Afenyo Markin was saying that she was like her mother, trying to help her with prayers and with some advice and all those things. But when it comes to really doing the work on the floor of Parliament, we didn't see much of that, because most of the work was done by Ida Afenyo, the chief whip, and then the other
chief whips.
Yes. And we want the women who are in Parliament should actually step up to the plate. We know that they are very intelligent people, but it's left with some verve. They need some. It's not easy. Yeah. Yes, it's not easy. In Parliament, it's a whole
different ball game
altogether. you may be a smart guy out there doing your own thing out there. You are smart, but when you get to Parliamentary, you know your level.
You must come and now learn.
You know your level.
Yeah.
It's a new level altogether. That's why sometimes we cringe when a whole new phases have to come to Parliament. They are going to learn the ropes, and it will not take them less than 2 years to be able to do that. Yeah.
But there are some who actually pick up
yes,
quickly.
Those who pick up very quickly are those who are natural communicators, who in their work have been doing communication. So when they come, they use that communication thing to bamboozle all of us.
But it doesn't mean that they are doing proper parliamentary work.
They understand the process.
Yes, it doesn't mean that they understand the process.
They can talk. They've been debating all their lives. People like Okujetua Blakwa, Sam George, Suhini, and all those things. They talk for a living. So when you get them there, they will talk for you. It doesn't mean that they have the rudiments of being a parliamentarian. And sometimes they fall into some pitfalls that brings them challenges when they are going forward.
How does their engagement outside Parliament also influence how the public perceive them, their popularity? So there are a lot of them who are mostly a lot of time on radio and on TV. You may not really see them on the floor making arguments, but on radio they are loud, on TV, on social media they are there. So sometimes people say, okay, this is my MP, I mean he's popular.
Yeah, so on radio, the rules that play in Parliament does not play there. You see, in Parliament there are rules. It's a technical place. That's why we always say that technical places, you need people with experience to be able to maneuver their way in the technical places. But on the radio station, you don't need all that. But what they have to do is quickly leverage on that, build their confidence quickly, and come to Parliament and try and be part of the process in Parliament. And they need to learn. Most of the time, they don't want to sit down and learn. They don't want to go through the standing orders, because you need that is your
Bible.
Your Bible. So you need to learn it. And
So we see Asen Subuachi, the Bantama constituency, the Minister for Roads and Highways, former Minister for Works and Housing, representing the people of Bantama.
Very powerful
guy. Very close to the president.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Very powerful guy. Because if you see where he moved from,
sure,
and then became, and then where he went, and where he definitely ended up, realize that it's a very powerful.
He won the primaries against Ochima Boaje, the late Ochima Boaje, who used to speak on finance for the MPP in that controversial primaries there. So that's Francis Asenso Boache. Okay, so let's go to Parliament now. We hear that the Speaker, Obang Bagbing, is making his way, to take his seat so that the proceedings will begin. So those are pictures from Parliament. The Speaker, any moment from now, will be making an entry into Parliament, and then the proceedings will begin. We have our men on the ground, Augustus Akwe, Gloria Anderson, Rachel Korte. They'll be bringing us updates as they get them from Parliament. So you want to stay with us at this particular point.
Nana Boachi to remove the third.
Watching TV. Nana, good morning.
Nana Boachi to remove the third. Joya.
See, I hear
Yeah, wonderful net way. Watch the dark room.
Ah, now when I shall Kente Blue, I pump Pizano.
All right, we'll be back.
There.
Integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and our good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and a love for the common good. Bless the effort of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen.
Oui.
Summoning of Parliament for the first sitting of the first meeting of the 9th Parliament. Know ye all men that in the exercise of the powers conferred on the clerk to Parliament, I, Ebenezer Ahuma Jethro, acting clerk to Parliament, appointed under Article 124 of the Constitution and pursuant to Order A2 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, do hereby appoint Parliament House, Accra, to be the place, and 12 midnight of Tuesday, the 7th of January 2025, to be the time, and 12 midnight of Tuesday, the 7th of January 2025, to be the time when Parliament shall sit to elect a Speaker and Deputy Speakers for the administration of oath to the Speaker and members of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Signed, Ebenezer Ahuma Jethro, Acting Clerk to Parliament. Honourable members elect, it is my honor to inform you that I have received from the Electoral Commission the writ of elections for the December 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections, and I shall proceed to read the communication from the Electoral Commission. Let me indicate that the writs came in sequence. I have 3 writs of elections. Some are supplementary writs of elections. The first writ of election was issued dated 23rd December 2024, addressed to the clerk to Parliament. And it reads, Dear Sir, submission of writ of election for the parliamentary elections held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. I write to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 17 December 2024 with reference number PS/CS/027/34 on the above subject matter. Kindly find attached the writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on Saturday, 7 December 2024 for 274 constituencies. Also attached is a schedule containing the names of the candidates elected pursuant to Regulation 43(2)(b) of the Public Elections Regulation 2020 CI 127. Please note that there are 2 constituencies which have issues with their coalitions. The Commission will notify you when the issues regarding the 2 constituencies have been resolved. So that is the first one. The second writ of elections was received on the 2nd of January 2025. It reads, the clerk to Parliament has accredited, yes sir, submission of writ of elections for the Domi Kwabenya parliamentary election held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust this letter finds you well. Following the completion of the collation of polling station results for the Domi Kwabenya constituency, kindly find attached the writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on Saturday, 7 December 2024 for the Domi Kwabenya constituency. Also attached is a schedule containing the name of the candidate elected pursuant to Regulation 43(2)(b) of the Public Elections Regulations 2024 CI 127. Signed, Samuel Tete, Deputy Chair, Operations. The third writ of elections was received on the 5th of January. 5th January. Also addressed to the clerk to Parliament, and it reads, Dear Sir, submission of writ of elections for Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, and Techiman South parliamentary elections held on 7 December 2024. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. Following the completion of the collation of police station results for Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, and Techiman South constituencies, kindly find attached writ of elections for the parliamentary elections held on 7 December 2024 for the above mentioned constituencies. Also attached is a schedule containing the names of the candidates elected pursuant to Regulation 43(2)(b) of the Public Elections Regulations 2020 CI 127. Again, signed by Samuel Tete, Deputy Chair, Operations for Chairperson. Honourable members, elect, by this communication, the writs are hereby tabled for the information of the entire House. Honourable members elect, Order A3 of our standing orders states that a clerk, as the presiding officer, shall conduct a roll call of the members of Parliament elect, and a member is expected to respond to the roll call. I now proceed to call out your names in alphabetical order. But before I do so, it is imperative to bring to the attention of Honorable members, a matter of concern. I say so because I know this is a matter which will come up on this floor. And so it is my noble duty, legally, constitutionally, and procedurally, to draw your attention for your... So I proceed, honorable members. I proceed. Two issues relating to two constituencies are outstanding. And the constituencies are Ablekuma North and Akwetia. Honorable members, would you kindly listen as we proceed? Ablekuma North and Akwetia. The case of Ablekuma North is known to all of us in this honorable house. We don't have writ of elections from the Electoral Commission in respect of Ablekuma North. And therefore, it is impossible to proceed with any matter relating to Ablekuma North in terms of roll call and in terms of the eligibility of a member for that constituency to participate in the election of the Speaker. In the case of Akwetia, the clerk to Parliament was served a process on the 3rd of January 2025 with an order of interim injunction from a high court in Koforidua. This order was served through the legal office of the Parliamentary Service. The order directed the respondents, including the clerk to Parliament, indicating that they are restrained from proceeding to call, admit, register, swear in, recognize, gazette the said Ernest Yao Kumi as the elected member for the Akwetia constituency. At the time of the receipt of the order, the Parliamentary Service had already completed the process of registration of Ernest Yao Kumi as member-elect. This is precisely because the first writ of elections that we received, Ernest Yao Kumi, was part of that process. So we received writ of elections in respect of Ernest Yao Kumi. And without the pendency of any suit, any process, the Parliamentary Service, in compliance with due process, had to register the member. So we did so. Subsequently, it has come to our attention. There's a restraining order of a court. Restraining not just the member, but the clerk to Parliament from proceeding with the registration from proceeding with the members' participation in the election of the Speaker. This is a matter that honorable members ought to know, since it is a court order, which order restrains the clerk to Parliament as well from proceeding or dealing with a member in this matter. I find myself constrained. Listen to me. Don't worry. Let him finish. No. Let me finish. I'll do it. I'll do it. Honorable members. All right. Honorable members. So I have brought this matter to the attention of the House. That is my pleasant duty to do. The member may decide, may elect to participate. But in doing so, I'm drawing attention to Article 105 of the Constitution. And I will read. A person who sits or votes in Parliament knowing or having reasonable grounds for knowing that he is not entitled to do so commits an offense and shall be liable on conviction to such penalty as shall be prescribed by or under an enactment of Parliament. Having done this, I have discharged my noble duty. I will end there. At this time, honorable members, I proceed. No. I am not sitting down. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, colleagues, please, let's make a headway. Mr. Chairman, we have heard you. This is a house of rules and procedure that is not in doubt. This is a house that relies on precedents. I just have a simple answer to the point you made, and I have the instructions of my respected colleague-elect, Honorable Ernest Kumi, and fortified by the precedents of this house, which precedents is dated 7th of January 2021. I simply, Mr. Chairman, the member so desires to proceed to be sworn in and to also participate in the election of the Speaker and bear the consequences himself. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable members. I do the roll call. Proceed with the roll call, and I will invite the head of table to proceed with the. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, we do not want surprises. We do not want surprises. We do not want surprises. I am therefore, for the records, inviting you to respond to the position the honorable member concerned has taken, just for the records, because we don't want surprises as we proceed. So we want to know so that we take. Honorable members elect, Honorable members-elect, I have taken note of what the Honorable Minority Leader has said. We will proceed appropriately. Yes. Proceed. I have taken note of what the Honorable Minority Leader has said. The Honorable Member heard what we said. He knows the consequences of his actions and inactions. So we leave it there. We will proceed. All right. So, head of table.
Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, thank you again for the opportunity to speak on this matter. Mr. Chairman, yes, the minority leader has spoken. He spoke for the member. But Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, since the member-elect is before this House, it will only be right for that member to speak for the records. Mr. Chairman, I say this because the court has issued an order. The said order has been served on the member and the clerk to Parliament. Mr. Chairman, you read to us Article 105 of the Constitution. The honorable member, the minority leader, took responsibility and spoke on behalf of the member-elect. We want to... Yes, I listened to him, I heard him. If he's taking responsibility, let the records reflect. Let the records reflect that the member-elect for Akwetia constituency has disregarded the court order, and the repercussions of Article 105 of the Constitution applies. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We shall now proceed with a roll call.
Yes.
We are proceeding with a roll call. When a member-elect's name is mentioned, the member must rise in his seat to be recognized. Thank Thank you, honorable members-elect. Head of table, proceed with the roll call.
Abdul Khalid Mohammed Sharif. Ablakwa Samuel Okujeto. Abuaje George Kwame. Abuaje George Kwame. Abuaje George Kwame. Achampon Brian. Achampon Richard. Aqua Alexander Kwesi. Adam Hamza. Adam Muhammad Amin. Adams Abdul Salam. Adams Kofi Idi. Adams Mishab Mahama. Ado Ebenezer Kweku. Ado Kweku. Ado Yao Frimpong. Ado Kenneth Daniel Nana. Adi Frederick. Ejay Felicia. Adomako Ernest. Adongo Isaac. Educhum Yao Osei. Afenyo Sedem Kweku. Afenyo Markin Alexander. Afol Eric. Afol Kofi Bente. Efriye Nanayu. Efriye Frank. Agalga James. Agbana Eric Edem. Agbenyo Fred Kwesi. Agbeve Charles Akwesi. Agbenyo Fred Kwesi. Agbeve Charles Akwesi. Agboja Kwame Govins. Ejari Alexander. Ejekum Emmanuel Kwejo. Ajimai Prempe Eric Nana. Ajimai Kingsley. Ajimai Rollins Zaneto. Ajin Sam Lawrence. Ahinkan Frederick Yao. Ahi Samson. Ahiafo Bernard. Ahmed Ibrahim. Edu Michael Kwesi. Akando Kwabna Minta. Akrugu Faustina Eliklim. Akwete Okli Felix. Alajo Seidu Al Hassan. Al Hassan Abdul Fatawu. Al Hassan Suini Saibu. Al Hassan Umar. Amankwa Millicent Yabua. Amankwa Nicholas. Amankwa Menu Kofi. Amwa Stephen. Amwaku Andrew Esiama. Amwaku Jampo Rudolph. Ampa bin Simon Chreme. Ampofu Kwame Chumesi. Amprechum Sapon Kweku. Enim Ernest Yao. Ankuma Emilia. Anodompre Frank. Anyimedu Enchi Kwame. Anyimedu Enchi Kwame. Apak Clement Abaz. Apieje Patricia. Ahin Ebenezer Prince. Amable Nyameke. Arthur Emilia. Asamoah Fred Chey. Asamoah Vincent Topon. Asante Lorette Koko. Asante Boatin Kweku. Asare Kwame Obain. Esiedu Aida Ajua. Asensu Boachi Francis. Ashi Alfred Nikote. Esiedu Charles. Asafwa Vincent Eko, Aworigo Simon Akibangi, Ewa Nane J. Bafo, Ewuku Samuel, Awuni Theresa Ladi, Ayamba Ladi Ayi, Ayariga Mahama, Aye Nana Asafwe J, Ayen Sudan Kwa Grace, Ayene Dominica Kritinga, Azuma Bandim Abednego, Azuma Joseph, Befi Michael, Batagli Mohammed Isa, Baudra Charles, Bawadua Charles, Bejra Emmanuel Kwesi, Bequin Frank Estiedu Bequin, Bessie Daniel Keshi, Beyo Titles Kofi, Bisu Mavis Kukwa, Boako Gideon, Boachi Yadom Patrick, Boa Emmanuel Kweku, Boama Patrick Yao, Boatin Joseph Apia, Boatin Kwabna, Brahma Muhammad Bawa, Brefo Bright Asamoah, Boa Emmanuel Amakofi, Bachman Philip Fifi, Bukari Joseph Nipe, Chiwete Andrew Dari, Kujo Comfort Doyo, Kujo Joanna Jan, Kujo Robert Wisdom, Dafia Mako Roxon Nelson Eche Kwame, Damwa Kwejo, Dan Abdul Latif, Dangbe Ernestina Ofori, Dapa Elvis Osei Mensa, Dapila Kletu Seidu, Dako John, Dako Mensa Kwabnotre, Dauda Collins, De Sebastian Fred, Jabab Nelson Kofi, Jogbadi Dorani Godwin Enimli, Dra Emmanuel, Dumelo John Seto, Jiwonu Laurentia, Enu James, Fatahia Abdul Aziz, Foko Chinebua Kodia, Fodro John Intim, Fomadi Jean-Marie, Forsen Castle Atoba, Forsen Charles, Frimpon Nanampao Kwamiado, Frimpon Joseph, Frimpon Ohene Kwame, Frimpon Owen Kwame, good. Gakwe Kwame Jujoli, George Samuel Nate, Ganza Al-Hassan Kobna, Gomadoyao, Gomashi Jifa Abla, Jan Mensa Richard, Jechi Nasira Fra, Henry Bensel Godfred, Hotoje Alexander Roosevelt, Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, Ibrahim Azura Mohammed, Idrisu Habib, Idrisu Haruna, Isa Atta, Isifu Mahmood, Jack John Kwame Ado, Jaja Yusuf Isaka, Joshua Godfrey Seidu, Jinapo John Abdullahi, Jinapo Samuel Abdullahi, Kabiru Muhammad Tai Abdul, Kini Jeffrey, Kodia Kwame Apia, Kunedu Akwesi, Kosa Martin Kweku Ejei Mensa, Kweli Wolase, Potosu Edem Richard Kofi, Kuma Joseph Kwame.
Present.
Kumi Ernest Yao. Kuri Richard, Kuyon Solomon, Kwenu Othniel Echo, Kwatin Kweku Ajimai, Che Shirley, Chiredria Dixon, Lamisi Akanvari Balidia, Labi Oscar Ofori, Latte Agnes Namumo, Lukuto Maxwell Kwame, Mahama Daniel Dang, Mahama Shaibu, Mafu Kofia Henkwa, Mensa Collins Adomako, Mafu Kofi Ahenkwa, Mensa Collins Adomako,
Miss Adomako Mensa Collins,
Mensa Isaac Ejay, Mensa Joseph Kwesi, Mijima Shaibu Nuren, Mills Samuel Atta, Mie Anthony, Mohammed Haruna, Mohammed Yakubu, Mubarak Seed, Mumuni Alasan, Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak, Inkwikara Suma Anthony, Nandaya Stanley Yao, Nanja Sanja, Napari Dominic, Nate Ayiku Benjamin, Nawani Mark Kurt, Indebila Ebenezer Alumri, Nichema Bila Alamzi, Nitewu Dominic Bingham Aduna, Inkansabwedu Mavis, Nkrumah Kojo Opon, Nukwa Pius Kwame, Nokwai Kofi Ako, Nogbe Ernest Henry, Notukotwe Peter Kwesi, Intebe William Ayo, Intekuni Emmanuel Kofi, Intim Adelaide, Intosu Helen Ajwa, Nuruddin Mumuni Mohammed, Nyakote Albert Tete, Nyakum Bismarck Tete, Nyako Isaac Boama, Nyako Kingsley, Nyako Thomas Ampim, Nyako Kwame Naminta, Nyindam Matthew, Oklu Linda Ohenewa, Odampton Isaac Asha, Oforiata Duke William Allen Kwame, Ofosu Felix Kwache, Ofosu Ejari Elizabeth, Okuno Phyllis Nakoyo, Onyina Champong Akwesi Jemfi, Opoku Davis Ansa, Opoku Eric, Opoku Isaac Yao, Osei Kennedy Nyako, Osei Ejay Nana, Osei Akoto Seth, Osei Akoto Seth,
Order what? Order what? Order what? Order what? Order what?
Osei Akoto Seth, Osei Asari Abena, Oti John Kwabena Bless, Oredu Charles Esuaku, Owusu Gloria, Owusua Rachel Ama, Owusua Charles Francis Kwabena Brimpong, Peito Desmond de Graft, Pelpo Abdul Rashid Hassan, Pokwe Dusei Ralph, Kwaisin James Jechi, Ramadan Mohammed Adamu, Ricketts Hagan George Kweku, Salam Damata Ama Epianima, Sandari Sebastian Meneso, Soya Queen Stapokwa, Sefer Richard Kwame, Seidu Haruna, Shaib Jerry Ahmed, Soso Francis Xavier Kojo, Sowa Rita Nao Dole, Supari Mohammed Adams,
Absent.
Suleimana Adama,
Absent.
Suleimana Al Hassan, Suleimana Al Hassan Tampuli, Suleimana Yusuf, Tanko Mustafa Amadu, Taylor Isa Salifu, Taylor Abi Ebenezer Oklite, Tete Agotri Gisela, Tete Joyce Lane, Tete Joseph Akwete, Tobin Emmanuel, Tobu Peter Lanshini, Ture Mahama Nasir, Chekpo Thomas Walanyo, Tubazu Abdul Rauf Tonjem, Yusuf Mustafa, Wonderboy Alfred Oko, Vondi David, Winsum Annaba Thomas, Yabua Frank, Yabua Kofi Obri, Yibo Isaac Awuku, Zidin Bid and Watazumo.
Thank you very much. Our members elect, we shall proceed in accordance with Standing Order 8.1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament. I am satisfied that quorum is present in this House to enable me to proceed to conduct the election of the Speaker. In doing so, I would like to draw your attention to Article 95.1 of the 1992 Constitution, which requires that a Speaker of Parliament or qualified to be elected as Member of Parliament. I also want to refer you to Order 7.2, which states, a person shall not be proposed for election as Speaker unless the person has given a written consent to the clerk to be nominated as Speaker. It is also important to draw your attention to Standing Order 8.5 of the House, and I beg to quote, where only one person is proposed, the person shall be declared elected and conducted to the chair without any question being put. A member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person do take the chair of this House as Speaker, which motion shall be seconded without debate or remarks. Our members-elect, I now invite nominations for the election of the Speaker.
Majority Leader. Mr. Chairman, I come under Order 8.4. Mr. Chairman, I beg to read. A member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as the Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person do take the chair of this House as Speaker, which motion shall be seconded without debate or remarks. The Chairman, I move that Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin do take the chair of this House as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin is a teacher, a lawyer, a politician, a statesman, a result-oriented and transformational leader. He was elected as Speaker of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic on the 7th January 2021, thus becoming the first person ever in the history of Ghana and the Parliament of Ghana to be elected to the high office of the Speaker of Parliament from a political party that is neither in government nor controls the majority of seats in Ghana's Parliament. He was called to the bar as barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Ghana in 1982 and engaged in private legal practice between 1983 and 1993. He later established a law firm in 1994 called the Law Trust. Right Honorable Speaker entered the University of Ghana in 1977 and graduated in 1980 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in law and English. He proceeded to the Ghana School of Law in Accra, where he was called to the bar and became a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Ghana. Honorable Babin later earned a postgraduate certificate on privatization of public utilities at the Eastern and Southern African Management Institute, Tanzania, in the year 1999. He also has an executive master's in governance and leadership from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, JIMPA. Right Honorable Bagbin entered Parliament on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress in 1993. He won 7 consecutive parliamentary elections. He was Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker decided not to contest as a member of Parliament at the end of his term of the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic in the year 2021. He was elected Speaker of Parliament of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. Within these years, spanning some 28 good years, Honorable Alban Kingsford Bagbin served on various parliamentary committees and chaired several of them. He served as the minority leader from January 2001, a position he held for 8 good years until he transitioned to the majority leader and leader of government business in the year 2009. Honorable Bagbin again served as the Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing, and later the Minister of Health between 2010 and 2013. In 2014, he returned to the House as the majority leader and leader of government business for the second time. He was elected the second Deputy Speaker in January 2017 for the duration of the 7th Parliament. He was a member of the task force responsible for the President of Ghana's priority project in health, education, and transport from 2013 to 2017, famously referred to by Ghanaians as the 3 wise men. Right Honorable Speaker also served and continues to serve on several boards and international organizations. This includes, currently is the chairman of the Parliamentary Service Board of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana that dissolved today. He was a member of the Parliamentary Service Board for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th Parliament, and he was also in attendance as a member of the Parliamentary Service Board for the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. He was a member of the African, Caribbean, Pacific, and European Union Joint Parliamentary Assembly, the ACPEU, at Belgium between 2013 and 2015. He was again a member of the International Council for Parliamentarians for Global Action. He is again the founding member, Global Organization for Parliamentarians Against Corruption, GOPAC, between 2004 and 2014. He was a member of Parliamentarians for Global Action, again between 1994 to 2017. He was the Vice President of CPA between 2021 to 2022. Currently the President, Conference of Speakers, and President of African Legislatures. He's a member, International Advisory Council for Global Governance in Washington, and a member of the International Council for Political Renewal, again in the United States, Washington. For his outstanding leadership and lifetime of dedication to public service, both in Ghana and abroad, Speaker Babin was awarded Doctor of Law Honoris Causa, LLD, by the University of Professional Studies, UPSA, in the year 2017. Right Honorable Speaker has won a significant number of international and domestic awards. He's a strong advocate for gender and social inclusion, women's rights and empowerment, and equitable representation in Parliament in all decision-making across the country and globally. He is also noted for his principled, courageous, firm, decisive, and resolute personality. Right Honorable Bagbin is a man of high integrity and a Democrat par excellence. Mr. Chairman, Speaker Bagbin has championed several institutional reforms and the welfare of members and the parliamentary service during his first term as Speaker. In addition to this, he is the first Speaker of this House to demystify Parliament by taking the institution to the doorsteps of the people of Ghana. He is married with 2 kids. I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder? Our minority leader.
Chairman, it is my distinct honor to rise to second this motion ably moved by my respected colleague, Dr. Kesil Atoba Fosu. But before I second this motion, before I second this motion, under the rules of this House, which secondment requires that there should be no need for remarks or debate, I shall address some preliminary matters. Before, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, this House is an independent constitutional body. The mandate given to us to elect a speaker is engraved in the provisions of the Constitution, in particular, Article 95 of the Constitution. The Speaker he hasn't called me.
Mr. Chairman, your guidance will be needed in this matter. This is my 4th term in this House, and this is the first time in the history of this Parliament. Our standing orders are very clear. When you rise to second a motion, there must be no remark, no debate. What the minority leader, who has not told us if it is now spiritually okay for him to sit in the minority leader's chair, I don't know what his spiritual advisors are telling him now. He cannot be violently violating our standing orders with such impunity. We cannot accept it. So, Mr. Chairman, please, we invite you to ensure that this solemn occasion proceeds with respect for our Constitution and the standing orders of the House. If you have some, you call it preliminary remarks, you can do that out of the confines of the motion and secondment. You are minority leader. You are well within your right to make your preliminary remarks after. You cannot be violating our standing orders. Please, let's be careful the precedent we set. This is so bizarre. It's never been seen in this House. So, respected minority leader, please. And, Chair, I'm getting the impression that the clerk is allowing the minority leader to dictate the pace. Please, let's see your authority. We will not accept this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, honorable member.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, thank you very much. The Honorable Minority Leader indicated that he is aware of the rules of engagement regarding seconding the motion nominating the Speaker. That should be without debate or remarks. And I believe the Honorable Minority Leader will do exactly so. Honorable Minority Leader, you may proceed without debate or remarks. Honorable Minority Leader, you have the floor. Please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I do not want to take issues with my respected colleague, Honorable Ablakwa. I will always want to respect his views. But I love debates, and I would want us to go into the issues. I kept quiet. You are impatient. I kept quiet for you. Let's have some decorum. Mr. Chairman, my practice at the bar is always a guide for me. I said I have a preliminary matter to raise. In law, Mr. Blakwa, you pay attention. This is a matter of law. This is a matter of law. This is a matter of law. Law, pay attention. When Mr. Chairman, I said I have a preliminary matter, I meant to say that I had to deal with the preliminary matter before I get to the stage of seconding the motion. And that is allowed. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, this house is a house of rules and procedures. Mr. Chairman, before I proceed, let me put on record that the minority leader is a distinguished lawyer of repute. And indeed, Mr. Chairman, I will refer the House to the rules of this House, and specifically to Order 8, Rule 4. And Mr. Chairman did refer to it, which reads, with your permission, and I quote, that a member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as the Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person, quote, do take the chair of this House as Speaker, end quote, which motion shall be seconded without debate or remarks, end quote. Mr. Chairman, my colleague, brother and friend, the Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, made the point rightly that in seconding the motion for somebody to take the chair, one is not entitled to make remarks or debate. But Mr. Chairman, we all heard the venerable, distinguished, astute lawyer, minority leader, Honorable Afenyo Makin, loud and clear. Mr. Chairman, he said, and I quote him, before I second the motion, and end quote, before I second the motion. Mr. Chairman, he had not seconded the motion.
And he did go a step further, Mr. Chairman. He did go a step further to say, before I second the motion, I would like to make some preliminary points. And so, Mr. Chairman, I will pardon my friend and brother, the Honorable Kujetu Ablakwa. He is not a lawyer. And therefore, by a basic rule, Mr. Chairman, by a basic rule or canon of interpretation, even a lay person will appreciate that the distinguished minority leader is yet to second the motion, and therefore he's entitled to make the preliminary points he sought to make. So let the minority leader make those points.
Thank you very much. Thank you, honorable members. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, we shall proceed with seconding of the motion. And honorable minority leader, please proceed. Brevity is the rules of the game.
Mr. Chairman,
Roxy, sit down.
Mr. Chairman, to rise to second a motion is a voluntary act. If he's not interested in seconding the motion, he should sit down. I rise to second the motion. The motion is therefore seconded. Thank you very much.
No. Which one? You are not sure. What happened? You don't know what happened. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, minority leader, just a minute. Would you kindly resume yourself, minority leader? Minority leader, I'll give you the floor. All right. Honorable members, the honorable minority leader was on the floor before the other honorable member interjected. The rules of the House, honorable members, honorable minority leader, please continue with the seconding of the motion. Please second the motion. Please second the motion.
Mr. Chairman, our Constitution, Article 95, provides that there shall be a Speaker who shall be elected by members of Parliament from among persons who are members of Parliament or who are qualified to be elected as members of Parliament. Mr. Chairman, I have in my hand a statement issued by the office of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, titled President-elect Mandate NDC Parliamentary Leadership to nominate Right Honorable A.S.K. Bagbin as Speaker of 9th Parliament. It reads, the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has in consultation with the National Executive and Parliamentary Leadership of National Democratic Congress, mandated the nomination
Mr. Chairman
of the Right Honorable Abansuman Kingsford Babi as Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, this letter is signed by Mr. Felix Kwachi Ofosu as Special Aide. Chairman, The preliminary issue I'm raising is to the effect that the nomination,
Mr. Chairman,
only requires the consent
where from
of
that
the
letter
person to be nominated.
Where from that letter? That letter, where is it from?
Situation where
it must not be tolerated.
That the executive now directs that a member should nominate would make this arm of government
is a house of records.
An appendage of the executive. Mr. Chairman,
where from that letter?
Is the objection that I have. Having made that point,
where from that letter?
I need, Mr. Chairman, to also draw your attention.
You see, Sammy,
to the fact that
been vindicated.
In 2001, 7 January, when Right Honorable himself, as minority leader, was seconding the motion ably moved by J.H. Mensah for consideration of Alajete as the speaker. These were his observations, and I read from column 4 of the Hansard of 7 January 2001. I quote, ASK Bagwin, NDC, Nadole Kalu North, as he then was. It says, Mr. Chairman, I rise to second the motion urging this House to accept the nomination of Mr. Peter Alajete as Speaker of the 3rd Parliament of the 4th Republic. He goes on to say, Mr. Chairman, in doing so, however, I would want to register the displeasure of the minority side on how this issue has been handled. Mr. Chairman, it is part of the rules of democracy for us to be heard. I am not opposed to the motion, but my concerns must register for Hansard. And the man that we are proposing for the high office of Speaker himself has set a precedent where in seconding Alajete, the chair allowed him to raise his concerns. Let us tolerate each other. I am here with his own records. Mr. Chair, my contention basically is that in view of the improper consultation, from the majority side in this matter, and in view of the fact that, Mr. Speaker, the executive in a public statement is directing the honorable majority leader to nominate a person. I hold the view that honorable minority leader.
No, I have to come in. There is no any executive. Minority leader. There is no any executive.
Minority leader. Honorable minority leader.
There is no any executive.
Honorable minority
Which
leader.
executive?
Honorable minority leader.
There is no executive.
Recognize honorable members' intents. But let me make a point. Honorable minority, I am the chair of these proceedings. Let me make my point. Honorable minority leader, there are extraneous matters which I believe should not be part of this process. You were to second the motion. The other information you were tendering, the other information you were providing is not an information which is before this House. It is not part of the process for consideration for nomination of the Speaker. So, in seconding the motion, these matters ought not to have been brought to the floor of the House. Let me make that point. In doing so, I recognize Honorable Muntaka. Please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Chair, ordinarily, I will not have reason to speak. But because we have rules, and you have a leader grossly abusing it, I need to draw his attention. Aside Order 7, I want to refer the minority leader to our standing orders 11510. And in 11510, it says, and I read, under rules of debate, and I read, a member seconding the motion or an amendment shall state, Mr. or Madam Speaker, I beg to second the motion or amendment, except that this may be without limiting the right of the member to speak later at a later stage within the debate. Most importantly, Mr. Chair, 11, it says, a mover of a motion or amendment may speak in support of the motion, but subject to these orders, no further, and that's where the emphasis is, no further debate is allowed until the motion or amendment has been seconded. So while you are saying, yes, it's within your right as a member, and even when you go to Order 8, after seconding and the motion is taken, before the speaker is called to take the chair, the standing order allows a member to get up and make other comments before that chair. So all we are saying is that in what you are doing, you are abusing the rules. You can second the motion, let the motion pass. If you have something to say, you get up and you cut the out the chair, and then you will be allowed to speak. So with this, you are abusing our rules, and we need to draw your attention. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Minority Leader, I take it that you have seconded the motion. If you haven't seconded the motion, Honorable Minority Leader, you will second the motion. You will not proceed on any other matter apart from seconding the motion. So long as I remain the chair of these proceedings, you will not do any other thing apart from seconding the motion. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. I have heard Honorable Muntaka. I disagree with him, but I'll reserve that for another day. Mr. Chairman, with the greatest respect to you, Mr. Chairman, with the greatest respect to you, a preliminary matter is a preliminary matter. Having raised them, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, having raised them, I shall proceed, therefore, to second the motion moved by my legislator colleague.
All right. The motion for the nomination for consideration for election to the office of the Speaker has been moved and ably seconded. Earlier, I drew attention to the relevant provisions of the standing orders, which requires a consent letter from the person nominated. Let me indicate, I have in my hand a consent letter addressed to the Clerk to Parliament, Parliament House Accra. Attention, Mr. Ebenezer Ahuma Jetro. Written consent to be nominated as the Speaker. Pursuant to Order 7.2 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I hereby consent to be nominated to be elected as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Your cooperation is highly solicited. Signed, Right Honorable Urban Sumana Kingsford Bagby. So we have the consent letter. Having secured the consent letter, yes, it is appropriately tabled. It is appropriately tabled. Yes, together. Yes, together with all. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, honorable members. At this time, I want to find out, is there any other nomination? No. All right.
Mr. Chairman, in response to your question, our side has no other nomination. Just for the record, we do not have any other. Why are you scared? You think we want to pull a fast one on you? Why are you scared? Mr. Speaker, why are they scared? We are not pulling a fast one on you. We will not. Are you sure you don't have any other nomination yourself? Mr. Chairman, I want to find out from our side. Mr. Chairman, have patience for the process. Our side, the MPP minority, has no other nomination. But we want to find out from the backbench whether they have any other nomination. They should tell us. Whether they are only relying on the president-elect's nomination or they have another one, they should let us know.
There be no other nomination. I hereby duly declare Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin as having been elected. Honorable members, we will continue with proceedings. I beg you humbly resume your seats. All members, please resume your seats. Now, we will invite the sponsors to conduct Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin to the chamber. As Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin is being conducted into the House, I shall invite the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Tokonu, to proceed to the days for the administration of oath. your seats. I shall now invite Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, to administer the oath of allegiance and the oath of office of the Speaker to the Speaker-elect. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, may proceed to the dais for the administration of the oath.
Speaker, we will start with the oath of allegiance. Do kindly say after me.
I, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagui,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold the sovereignty.
That I will uphold the sovereignty.
And integrity of Ghana.
And integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect. And defend.
The
Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Now we will have the Speaker's oath.
I, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagui,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold the integrity.
That I will uphold the integrity.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
That I will faithfully.
That I will faithfully.
And conscientiously.
And conscientiously.
Discharge my duties.
Discharge my duties.
As Speaker of Parliament.
As Speaker of Parliament.
And that I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
Preserve.
Protect.
And defend.
The
Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And that I will. Do right. To all manner of persons. In accordance. With the Constitution of Ghana. And the laws. And conventions. Of Parliament. Without fear. Or favor. Affection. Or ill will. So help me God. Ayiko. Yes. Congratulations, Mr. Speaker. God bless you.
Honorable members, order.
Muslim. Oh, okay.
Honorable members, it's now time for us to move to item 5 on the order paper. Right Honorable Speaker delivers acceptance speech. Honorable members, I proceed to deliver my acceptance speech. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Justice Mrs. Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokunu, Honorable Members of Parliament elect, Your Excellencies, Speakers, and Presidents of legislatures present. I'm aware we have a number of them with us today. Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps present, our most revered spiritual and traditional leaders of the country, chairmen and executives of political parties present, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great humility that I accept the high and privileged office of the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana, having had the same honor to be Speaker of the 8th Parliament. I am grateful to the Almighty God for His grace and mercies for me to achieve this rare feat. To Him be all the praise and honor. Honorable members of Parliament elect, I am very grateful for the privilege and confidence you have reposed in me to be Speaker and to head this honorable House once more. I also express my gratitude to the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for the trust and confidence in me and my leadership of the House, and for recommending my candidature in consultation with the leadership of the great National Democratic Congress to be elected Speaker of this Parliament. I came to the Speaker of the 8th Parliament with my experience as the longest legislator of the House. I now come to the 9th Parliament with just not that background, but now with the experience of 4 years of speakership of a very difficult hung parliament. I promise to bring all these experiences to bear in guiding this House to perform its mandate with efficiency, diligence, and above all, with a sense of being the bulwark of democracy in Ghana. To the good people of Ghana who continue to hope for a better Ghana, I urge you to support your parliament and be interested and engaged with the work of parliament. As the standing orders of Parliament direct, after we have performed this duty of electing me as the Speaker of Parliament, I will have the singular honor and duty to also proceed to perform the other duties imposed by the standing orders of the House. That is, to swear in the members elect and proceed to supervise the election of 2 deputy speakers of the House. Once again, I am very grateful for this great honor. I thank you so much. Honorable members, we now proceed to item 6 on the order paper. Taking of oaths. must be present to be sworn in. I notice a number of members have moved out of the chamber. And if you are not sworn in, you remain member-elect. Honorable members, before I swear you in, it's proper I draw your attention to the presence of some important dignitaries in the House. We have the spouse of the Chief Justice of us, Mr. Francis Tokonu. Apart from my spouse, Madam Alice Adjoa Yunus. We also have His Excellency Adama Bitogo, Président Assemblée Nationale de Côte d'Ivoire. As you know, he's a very dear friend and brother of mine. You are most welcome. We also have the Right Honorable Nabekun, Speaker of the Liberian House of Representatives. We have His Excellency Fortune Zephaniah Cherubira, Speaker of the Pan-African Parliament. We have Honorable Ajaratu Traore Coulibaly, Second Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. We have the Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia. He is ably supported by the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress in the person of Honorable Fifi Fiavi Kweti. We have the Chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, Information, Broadcasting, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism Committee, and also the Vice Chairman of the Maritime Committee in the person of Senate Abraham Darius Dillon. I'm sure you can see the galaxy of our kings our queens, our queen mothers in the public gallery. And I see your lovely, the term I use here is spouses of members of parliament. And those who actually lead us spiritually. We have a lot of religious leaders with us. So those of you who go quoting the holy books, whether the Holy Quran or the Holy Bible, please kindly take note and don't mislead when you are quoting. We have a number of the members of the diplomatic corps with us. On your behalf, I warmly welcome all of you. Now I can see that all members are present. Honorable members, members-elect actually, in accordance with Article 100 of the 1992 Constitution and Order 13.1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I shall proceed to administer the oaths to you, members-elect, and you may swear on the Bible, the crucifix, or the Holy Quran. Alternatively, a member-elect may make and subscribe to a solemn affirmation. May I now kindly request members-elect to rise in their seats. I intend to commence with the oath of allegiance. Honorable members-elect, you shall repeat after me. I do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. We shall now proceed to the oath of a member of Parliament. And once again, you repeat after me. I, having been elected a member of Parliament, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established. That I will uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. And defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And that I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge the duties of a member of Parliament. So help me God. Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. Please resume your seats. Honorable members, resume your seats. Honorable members, before I congratulate all of you on the assumption of office as members of Parliament, it is important I remind you of the crucial role of political leadership in development. Honorable members, it is very important for you to keep uppermost in your mind the crucial role of political leadership in the process of national development. Society develops or fails to develop depending on the extent to which its political leadership is intelligent, creative, skillful, committed and has the capacity to enlist support, induce loyalty, and to inspire confidence. Today, we are now the political leaders of Ghana. And this onerous responsibility rests with us. I know together we can do it. We have no alternative than to coalesce together to develop Ghana. With this, I thank you for your patience and attention. I will, on behalf of your constituents, the good people of Ghana, and our beloved Mother Ghana, congratulate you all for this achievement. I'm aware of what you went through before you got elected to this house. And I trust that you will not abuse the trust and confidence of the people. With this, honorable members, you are all to sign the oaths and submit the signed copies to the marshal. Please, you can do that now or later. Honorable members, happily, your new standing orders is in print, and you'll be giving copies soon. May I now have the guidance of the leadership of the House, whether there's any more item for us to take, or we should call it a 9th. The House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, may we please proceed to item 7. The House elect deputy speakers. Item 7. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, is that the sense of the House? We shall now proceed to item 6 to elect the 2 deputy speakers of the House. Any nominations?
Right, Honorable Speaker. Pursuant to Article 96 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and the Standing Order 12 of this House, I hereby nominate Honorable Bernard Ahiafo for consideration by this August House as the first Deputy Speaker of this Parliament. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ahiafo is a distinguished lawyer with 23 years of experience at the bar. He is currently an NDC Member of Parliament for Akachi South constituency. In the 8th Parliament, Mr. Speaker, he was a respected member, ranking member for Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ahiafo comes from Atijive in the Akachi South municipality in the Volta region. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ahiafo was born on the 6th day of February 1973, so he's over 52 years today. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Honorable members, any seconder?
Right, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion ably moved by Honorable Member of Adaku, Honorable Kwame Abuja. I so move.
I hope, honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, I hope this time around there will be no theatrics, and so I'll proceed. Honorable members, the motion has been moved and seconded. I proceed to put the question. Honorable members, can you hear me? Honorable members, there be no other nomination. I proceed to declare Honorable Bernard Ahiafo, Member of Parliament for Akachi South constituency, duly elected as the first Deputy Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana.
That's why they need to do it's the same way. We should find it. I am for none of the we are some saying Kaput now chance and one.
Honorable members, may we now proceed to the election of the second Deputy Speaker. Any nomination? Yes.
Speaker, I rise with respect to nominate Speaker, I rise to nominate the Honorable Andrew Esiama Amoako for the position of the second Deputy Speaker. Speaker, the Honorable Amoako Esiama is a respected surveyor, a lawyer, an educationist, and to top it up, a politician. In environmental law, degree in conflict, peace and security. He also holds a bachelor's degree in land economy and law. Speaker, the Honorable Esiama is proudly married with 5 children. All of us, most of us in this chamber can testify that in the 8th Parliament, the Honorable Esiama has played the role of
deputizing you on many occasions, especially occasions where the House has come
to some form of tension. He has dispensed his job and himself creditably. Speaker, let me also say that I have in my hands a letter of consent of the nominee. And so I shall rely on these, and without adding more, I so move. Speaker, I'm grateful.
Honorable members, any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, having regard to Article 96(1)(b) of the 1992 Constitution, noting the election of the first Deputy Speaker from the NDC party, I beg to second the motion. Thank you.
Yes. There being no other nomination, I proceed to declare Honorable Esiama Andrew Amoako, Member of Parliament for Formina constituency, duly elected as the second Deputy Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana.
supposed to bring her image.
Honorable members, this is the first sitting of the first meeting of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. So I understand, but let it be known that it's unparliamentary to clap in plenary sessions of this House. You don't clap. You say, yeah, yeah. You have to control your emotions. It's a learning process, and so it's important I draw your attention. Let me now happily bring to your attention that the people who made me possible to get to these heights have come in their numbers from the beautiful constituency, the Nadolu-Kaleo constituency in the Upper West region. And so I have a number of my hard-working constituents at the public gallery. I think it's important you thank them on my behalf for what they've done for all these years. I'm extremely grateful to all of them. Now, with your kind indulgence, I will proceed to suspend the sitting of the House to 10 in the forenoon, when we shall all reconvene at the Independence Square for another important activity. Honorable members are expected to be seated by 9 in the forenoon. Proceedings will commence at 10 prompt. With this, the sitting honorable members, I've been given further information that in view of the numbers expected at the Independence Square, you are all urged to convene in the presence of Parliament, where there will be some buses to convey you to the venue, that is the Independence Square. And so you are expected to be here before the 9 in the forenoon. Please, let's be time conscious in this matter. With this, I proceed to suspend the sitting, and that is the first sitting of the first meeting of the first session of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. The House and sitting is accordingly suspended.
Are we to take the Bible.
That's what they say. Take everything. It's for you. The Bible, give them. They'll collect them. No, we are going to do it. We want to go to have one grand.
Makwaba edeba ENJ home deco asye aha yeton inkonya papa ewa hase inkonya leda no wudi si wude mu aye forever and ever just one kasa wo pese wo sesa inkonya no na leda no de wa wo bana wa wo besom wa hu atim se mi fili leda nan kasa enya de a epa enya de etete enya de a esei ani na de ye di enua aye no so no endua ni mu oduye ye papa mpa ehon sei eguwo demu a eguwo ho a chese obi eba besrawa fe eti wani mu ye pa ni nyina so ebo eda from ye pa nkonya ne de emu efe ye se de wuhu e wo screen ni so no ye wo single once wa ha se ya se wo bedroom na pese ya audit na ni ahomache wo tena se na wa dwendwen wo life ho a eno so ebusu bebre e wa ha se 2 in 1 e wa ha family size de enso e wo aha se na ENJ home deco enye nkonya kwa ena yeton ye wo center tables nyina so edu wa ha ye wo side tables enso wa ha ene wo ko wo demu a esisi nchen wo di phone bi beto so charge a no so kama center table no so no flowers ni sisu a ana se wo teddy bear ne da so a fa akono ye pa yeton eye emema shirt designer shirt nkwan so ena yeton wa ha se yeton shirt papa wo betimi edi etukwan shirt a wo betimi edi akwa wedding program bia shirt a wo betimi edi akọ eyi ase shirt a ehyewo a obi hu se papa yi ana abrante de nani atiye pa because nipa de wipia bonti a wo dressing ne edi hu nipa usu ne wo ban a wo ye eti dressing de ehu hia ye pa eti no fo ani kire ENJ home deco ha se na ba beje shirt papa efa ehyewo a wankasa wo be feel gbenze within you no na ENJ enye shirt nkwa so me san so eton wa ha say ye wo eye wall posters enso e wa ha ebo bedroom ebo ho a fe obi besra wa kono yi a che say eti wanim pa enya go ena midi said de hu screen so say eye fe ani ne bon so e wo from ye san so akwa eye wall clock so e di aba ebo wo no ho a ene enu ane say time ne so kura na o person the time bia wo hwe wo clock no because e design no e ye one in town wa wunya bi wo ba bia age say ENJ home deco ha say yakwa eye bathroom eye me was so di aba eno so no e fe ye size bia bi wa ha type bia bi wa ha wo ba ENJ home deco ha wonsa ebekam tomato paste eduane no aso hu hia wo tonya mari na esiesie wo ho ne wo da mu wi a akase wo bedidi eno so ne adwen ho yie pa enti akwa tomato paste original one a ne bo eda from enso edi aba ubetini aba betobi yesan so ewe ye cooking oil ye fe sunflower no yakofa bin so edi aba wunim say sunflower cooking oil there ye quality ye original wo di ye aduane na se we ye mistake bi mpo na bi ntibi gu mu kra na bro so a oil no ebe solve mistake ni nyina ade ama wanka se bia na do ye no na egusu edzane na so ye pa eti no for wani chrem ewe ye ENJ home deco aha no ye wholesale and then retail o pese utu wa ye available wo person to ne mako so ye available wakasa wa chichini benchenya so na wutimi mba wo frɛ number na etwagu screen na mama comfort e de nyema no be brew e we wakasa wo fia wo da ho no mwanwa no bete pepe ENJ e na yaba no ya na yaba no ENJ home deco na ye di abrochiri abagana